Brett Irvine has seen some ordinary water in his days as head agronomist with the country's largest table grape grower. Water quality at the company's biggest farm, a 283-hectare block at Menindee in far western New South Wales, hit an all-time low in 2004.
The biggest problem we've had here is that we're watering out of a lake as part of the Kopi Hollow, as part of the Menindee lakes. It has some serious issues in terms of salinity, which has been a long, well-known fact. We're also having a lot of problems with calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate gets into our drippers, blocks them, blocks our main lines, makes it very difficult to fertigate.
The worsening drought was compounding the problem. The dwindling water supply was warming in the summer heat, and large amounts of calcium carbonate was dissolving into the water before settling in the irrigation system, blocking the pipes.
We were probably looking at going to no crop at all. We were going to just cut all the bunches off. This is 2004 season, which we pick about at the start of 2005. We were just going to cut all the fruit off and just try and maintain the vines in some sort of state of health, so they had somewhere to come back from if it rained and the water quality improved.
But the rain didn't come, and willing to try new methods, the family-owned and run business turned to technology from an Adelaide company called Hydrosmart International.
I'm just going to take this processor box.
Paul Pearce is Hydrosmart's managing director and has been pushing the credentials of the technology for the past 7 years. He maintains particle physics is the way to fix problems caused by minerals and chemicals in water supplies. Unlike any other company of its kind in Australia, Hydrosmart claims to target all elements in water. That includes iron, magnesium, sodium chloride, calcium and bicarbonate.
Our technology just goes on the pipe and there is a power draw of $10 a year.
Hydrosmart International has customers everywhere from Bendigo in Victoria, where there are level 4 water restrictions, to Asia, where the technology is attached to algae-affected dams.
Should be enough here as it warms up.
In Menindee, Brett Irvine is a Hydrosmart believer. 2 units were fitted on the farm because of its sheer size. Brett Irvine says there were immediate results, most obviously with the breakdown of the white, crusty lumps of calcium carbonate that had developed on the drippers and in the pipes.
Obviously that changing from hard calcium carbonate to a gummy sort of calcium carbonate that can flow out of the pipes, that was a very visual one for us. We certainly had iron, zinc and a lot of trace elements all of a sudden becoming much more available, and we put a lot in the ground, so when we got a bit back it was a very rapid response. Most importantly, the following year when we would have expected probably nothing, the canes wouldn't have been big enough to even roll onto the wires, we had canes. So we've actually come out last year able to break even quite easily, and here we are only 2 years later and we're looking at a very good outcome.
Further tests showed the pH level in the water dropped from the mid-9s back into the high 8s, releasing more food back into the soil for the vines.
We've got 150 acres of vines here on this particular property, and we've got another about 140 on another property which is also connected to our water systems. And we haven't got enough water really to give them huge quantities of water, so what we have got we need to make very good.
Darry Osborne is a South Australian institution when it comes to fine wine. His Darrenberg vineyard in McLaren Vale was suffering from similar problems with mineral build-up on drippers spread over 60 hectares.
We used to spend a fortune and a terrible job it was going around cleaning out drippers. Somebody said to me that the system of Hydrosmart would actually tend to dissolve the iron that was blocking the drippers. And so we tried it out and it certainly did. After 2 or 3 years it's all clear.
Darry Osborne reckons the Hydrosmart system has improved the water to such an extent that the grapes are better, the vines are stronger and there's no need to fertilise.
One of the bonuses with this system was, of course, we use it on the garden, and you've only got to look at this lawn to see how green it is, and yet I don't put any fertiliser on it. And this water before, in a dry year like this, the lawn would get quite sodic with the hard water and would go sort of brown and yellow and not look very happy at all, and it used to take a lot more water. And now, of course, it's just luscious and green. One of the things which was noticeable in some of the heavy ground, you used to get, where the drippers was, you'd get a sort of white deposit on the soil show, and a white crust. Well, that's all disappeared.
Back in Menindee, Brett Irvine says he'll continue using Hydrosmart. And he says with the ongoing dry, it looks likely that the technology will soon be a feature at Table Grape Growers' Northern Territory grape farm.
The sceptics often don't have their own dollars on the line. We're a company that's highly reliant on getting grapes out of this region. We have a long supply chain into Coles and Woolworths. This is a very important time of year for us, so it's very important for us to make it work here. When times get tough, you got to look a bit laterally. As an agronomist, sometimes you're thinking, okay, this is not conventional, but let's give it a crack. And the results have been even better than we thought. And I'm not making money out of being involved in this, but fantastic result.